Round one. Fight!
Hello, lads.
Morning, Lee.
Morning. I'd just like to say I feel really sorry for the Oldham fans. That Simon, right? What you've got to understand is, Simon, is that I don't know who you think you are and what you say. You're so arrogant, and because you was once an owner of a club, that you just back all owners, right?
Right.
Let me. Yeah, you do, right? You just support owners because you have got an issue with fans, and you need counselling. You need to go and see someone to speak about this because you hate.
Okay,
fans.
so give me an example. Okay. I'm going to let you get away with some slightly disrespectful observations. Now I'm going to get you to qualify it, right? Give me an example of owners that I support unequivocally. You mean like the Man City owners? You mean Daniel Levy when I've criticised him? Yeah. You mean like most owners that I've had a go at when they don't do a good job? You mean like David Gold and David Sullivan? So away you go.
Can I finish?
Well, I hadn't finished what I was saying, so now you can go.
On you go, Lee.
Right. You back all owners, right? Right.
I just gave you three. I didn't.
No. No, I've been on the phone before, and
I'm the one that says it.
I hate our owners at Tottenham, right? Daniel Levy and Enoch and Joe Lewis. What have they done for Tottenham Hotspurs in the 21/22 years at our club?
What's that got to do with you telling me that I'm arrogant and back every single owner? So if you want to be insulting, back up your observations.
Yeah. So you are saying that the fans at Oldham are in the wrong for what they're doing. Do you not understand what a club means to a supporter?
Yes, I was a supporter of a football club. That's why I put 50 million quid into the club that I grew up supporting. So again, let's go back to the point, which is I agree with the fans being very unhappy and very dissatisfied and being the lifeblood of a football club. I don't agree with them taking it into their own hands to do precisely what they want. So again, give me an example of every single owner that I support.
You're saying that fans should put their money in with you, yeah? Do you not understand, yeah? You're a multi-millionaire.
And how did I become one?
Right, you're a multi-millionaire. It doesn't matter how you.
So what's that got to do with the price of cheese? So my money's less worth than yours, is it?
Can I finish, Simon?
Well, you can if you dial down the narrative about arrogance, because it's nothing to do with arrogance. It's to do with having a point of view which might be different from yours. You might not like it, but it's my point of view and I'm entitled to it as you are entitled to yours. If you want to make observations about the fact I support every single owner, then back it up.
Round two. Fight!
The massive money from Abu Dhabi to go into City.
The trouble with Man City fans is unless you say everything that they agree with, then they start to turn around and say you're disrespecting their club. Brilliant football team, fabulous team to watch, brilliant players, but they spent a lot of money on it. And all of a sudden, they get upset and start crying because you make an observation.
What do you want to say to Simon on that? Are you crying?
Simon Jordan always just disrespects Man City. I've been listening to
what a load of old tosh.
And yes, you do. And
what do I do? Okay, give me an example of disrespecting you. You cheat, which you did in 2011 and got sanctioned.
Hang on,
give me an example.
Hang on, you've asked Steve for an example. Steve, give me an example of Simon disrespecting your football club.
Well, like you say, Jim, you can't get a word in with the man, can you? Because he thinks he's God.
Well, go on then.
Well, you just do. You disrespect Man City.
Well, give me an example, Steve.
You disrespect that club.
Well, give me an example.
Hundreds of examples. You're just a nasty, bitter man when it comes to.
Well, give me Steve. Give me an example of how I've disrespected your club, because I'm happy to be told.
What have you said this morning?
What have I said?
You don't like this, you don't like that because it's Man City.
No, I didn't. I didn't say anything about disliking Man City. I said they're a brilliant football team.
Ask the man sat next to you, what you say about Man City.
No, but I'm asking you, Steve, because you're the one that's saying that I'm bitter, nasty little man, and I'm making observations about your club, and what you're doing.
And you do all the time.
Well, give me an example, Steve. If you're going to criticise somebody,
listen to me a minute. No one can ever get a word in with you.
Well, go on then.
You disrespect Man City all the time.
Well, give me an example then.
It's money. They've all got money, and you don't like it because you are nothing to me. You're just somebody that sits in the studio slagging off Man City.
I think what you need to do, Steve, is you need to get past your victims and inferiority complex and listen to what people say. You're a brilliant football club with a brilliant team, and you've bought and paid for it. Where's the disrespect in that?
You don't like it. Like that.
I couldn't care less.
The last guy that was on turned around and said we never asked to be invested in. And because we are, people like you don't like it.
I couldn't care less. It's a statement of fact.
Round three. Fight!
Has their right to express their opinion. I think whether or not they were right to be pulpit isn't really the question here. The question is, why has the club not responded? I mean, after
The club
Maguire
did respond.
The manager responded.
Yeah.
The manager responded.
The manager responded because Rangnick's an outspoken person. But after Maguire,
But he's representative of the club. You don't want to hear from the Glazers anyway, so whatever they say is irrelevant, isn't it?
Okay, well, I'll give you an example of this then. Why did the club come out and support Harry Maguire? Why did half the England squad come out and support Harry Maguire after he got booed? Pogba didn't just get booed. People told him.
So what's your theory then? I mean, you obviously have a theory as to why they would be supporting. But I mean, listen, if I think someone's a slob and slovenly in their ways because of a body of work over 5 years, not one game, that's what I'll call them. Whether it's Paul Pogba or someone that works for me. No, you might not like the language, but I will use the language that I choose on national radio in my personal life. But the bottom line is I'm not basing my opinion upon one game. I'm basing it upon a body of work over 5 years playing for Manchester United. So go back to your theory about why is it you think that Pogba's not being supported, which, by the way, he was from his manager, and Harry Maguire is?
Round 4. Fight!
Because of Daniel.
Simon, you are an owner, yeah?
I was, yeah.
You have been an owner.
Yes.
So you know how it works.
I do.
So let's not talk. Let's not be silly now, yeah? You've been an owner. So
Don't be silly.
Don't be silly.
Are you telling me Mauricio Pochettino, Jose Mourinho, serial winner, Antonio Conte, serial winner, has turned around and said, "Do you know what? I'll have that Chicken Royale playing right wing back for me. I'll have that Eric the Pony Dyer playing centre off for me. And do you know what? Let's hang on to Lucas.
But isn't Conte wasn't Conte the one that was raving about the performances of Eric Dyer a year ago?
Right, let me tell you.
So that one doesn't suit you then, that one?
Listen, Antonio Conte gets to be told to say certain things. Now, when he's
you've seen that, right? Yeah.
Let me finish. When Antonio Conte comes to his end of his contract,
Yep.
yeah, where he's had an 18-month in his contract for a reason, because he doesn't trust, with the history of Daniel Levy, he does not trust this man.
But I think what you've got, and listen, I fully understand your frustrations in that
Very
about
worked up,
not
man,
winning.
isn't
No,
it?
it's fine. He's entitled to have his view. I think I fully understand your frustrations. But what you're assuming is that these guys that get paid ridiculous money, that are in control of their own destinies, right? That decide to join Tottenham Hotspur.
Simon!
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Come on,
Everybody in the supermarket's looking at you.
I've listened to you, Matt. So what you're suggesting is these guys that I do know what they look like and feel like and have employed managers, I do know what they're capable of, are going to be walking into a room and signing a contract with Daniel Levy and then having no leverage or no credence whatsoever. I did not hear Conte complaining about the £170 million that was spent in the transfer window in August.
As an owner, you tell a manager, especially under contract, certain things to say.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Matt, you're a child, Matt. You don't.
No, mate.
These are big grown-up boys that will not be... No. You want to bow to experience. I'll tell you what you do. You try and get your manager to toe the line within reason, but 90% of the time you know you're going into a conversation with these boys and they will do what they want. So you know that going in. You're not pricing that into your thinking because A, you don't know what you're talking about, and B, you've got a preordained bias on the basis of that anything you hear that doesn't fall into the line of thinking that you want it to fall into, you're going to have a problem with. So you're a waste of time, Matt. You're a waste of time because
Matt,
you've got a preordained view and nothing, no matter what anyone says to you, you're going to go, no. I'd rather be in League One. No, you wouldn't, you lying hound.
Fatality.